My name is Dave Catt. I'm 37 years of age, and I can't live without my real doll. Originally, when I first got her, I called her my synthetic girlfriend. But it's actually progressed to the point where it's like, you know, she's my wife. She's not awake right now because, well, basically she kept hitting the snooze button, so it's just like, just let her sleep. It's not even worth getting her out of bed at this point. The whole interaction on a day-to-day basis, along the lines of like getting her dressed, you know, brushing her hair, things of that nature, you know, it brings us closer together as a couple. I'd actually worn this necklace a lot, and I decided she should have it. It's kind of like, you know, when you give your sweetheart a class ring, that sort of thing. Photo shoots are something fun that we do. When I first was even thinking about getting a real doll, I was just like, okay, well, you know, the sex is going to be fantastic. But there's also the whole concept of like,
54-year-old Ayana has over 15 inches of toenails and considers them her babies. But Ayana has diabetes, and her extreme toenails prevent her from getting the exercise she needs to stay healthy.
But her being active really keeps her further and further away from that real threat of diabetes. If she does clip her toenails, then she'll be able to do a lot more.
Today, Vincent is taking Ayana to a dance class to prove his point and convince her to cut her toenails.
What I'd like for you now to try is to get into closed position. So, 5, 6, ready, and 1, 2, 3.
God, don't step on my foot, Vincent.
5, 6, 7.
Get a little close, get a little too close.
1, 2, 3, and...
I'm afraid you're gonna step on my toe.
And 5, 6.
Wait a minute, he got too close to me. Oh my God. It's a huge concern.
From the time I was born, I came out and into this world setting records. I was the biggest baby in the hospital to the #1 student in my high school. You name it, I do it to the max.
I think she's gone too hard her whole life with everything. I have no control over it, and I don't think anyone does.
I hated to admit that I was out of control, but I had to. It was either die or get help. It was that extreme. I went through rehab, I did the program, I found something else to consume me and my energy, my efforts, and it was health and fitness.
She was like a size 4, very petite. Now she looks different from everyone else because she's taken it to the extreme.
When people work out vigorously, they may be breaking muscle down in the process of working out.
And my addiction is eating couch cushions. My earliest memory of eating cushion, I was about 10 years old, and my cousin, we were in his room, and he's like, try this. On a daily basis, I probably eat about an 8.5 by 11 piece of cushion. I just take little bite-sized pieces and snack on it all day. Sometimes I'll just go on like a binge where I'll just keep going for like 20, 25 minutes straight of just eating cushion. I love couch cushion. The way it sits in my mouth, it's soft and it's a good taste. The darker cushion, the yellow cushion that tastes better. It just has a stronger flavor. This is the damage that I've done so far.
Margaret, and I'm 53 years old. I live in Morningview, Kentucky, and I'm addicted to stinging myself with bees. I sting myself on my hip, my elbow, on a finger, on my ankle, my forehead, on the tip of my nose. The most I've ever given myself was between 15 and 20 in my left hip. I really love stinging myself with bees.
Margaret has been addicted to bee stings for the past 10 years. Her addiction started innocently as a way to relieve her arthritis. In search of relief from the pain, Margaret turned to the beehives in her backyard.
I had read how people have been using it to relieve certain pain symptoms. The first time that I stung myself, it didn't hurt as bad as I thought it would. And it just got easier every time.
My name is Mark, I'm 20 years old, and I'm in a relationship with 15 inflatable animals. My inflatables are the funnest creatures I have to hang out with in my life. I'll eat with them. What, you want my food? You can share your own. Watch TV together. Be fine, I'll show you like. I bathe my inflatables. Let's get sure. Snap. I do take my inflatables out swimming.
Mark's addiction to inflatables began 6 years ago when he purchased a whale for his pool. Since then, the 20-year-old college student has added 14 animals to his inflatable family and even prefers them over people.
The thing about inflatable pool toys I love is that they're soft, they're cuddly. The bigger they are, the better they are. Kind of means there's more to love. And it's really nice to have somebody to talk to. No, Sammy, you don't get any of my soda, okay?
I'm addicted to coffee enemas.
For the past 2 years, Trina hasn't been able to function without her daily coffee enemas, a procedure where liquid is injected into the colon to clean out the lower intestine. Her addiction is so intense, she does up to 4 every day.
I love the way coffee enemas make me feel. I feel like a sense of euphoria. I absolutely would fall apart without them.
My initial reaction was, my God, that's disgusting. But I tried it, and now I'm addicted to coffee enemas. From the first day I did them, I've pretty much been like, whatever's going on, I'm doing at least 2 of these a day. I don't care.
4 times a day, Mike and Trina fill a bucket with coffee. A hose attached to the bottom delivers the liquid to the lower intestine.
Once it's all prepped and at the right temperature, put the nozzle into your rectum.
I'm 27 years old, and I'm in a serious relationship with my car.
Morning, baby. My handsome man.
Nathaniel is in a committed relationship with a car that he's named Chase. He met Chase in a resale lot about 5 years ago.
Love you, baby. It was love at first sight. His body and then his interior and everything just together just seemed to fit. And I just felt an instant connection.
Nathaniel's obsession first developed as a teenager when he would build model cars. But he didn't find true love until he met Chase.
I find this part of him the most sexy just because of the subtle lines and curves. I'll give him a kiss here and just kind of caress him down the side.
My initial reaction was, I was kind of shocked. It was kind of weird because it was just hard to understand.
I'm Justin Jedlicka, I'm 32 years old, and I'm a living doll.
Say Max's daddy.
I've had 125 procedures. And it's been $158,000 to make me really resemble a doll. And chest was first, then moved on to bicep implants, tricep implants, a brow bone shave. I had a brow lift. And I started having a couple other nose revisions. They all get a little fuzzy after a while. But at the end, I've had 5 nose jobs now.
The doll really exemplifies sort of the ideal male aesthetic.
When I was probably about 12 or 13, I used to always watch Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. And I always had this idea in my brain, I wish that my family could have been this family that was wealthy and we could fly in private jets and we could have our own boat. And that was always sort of a wish list. It was a dream in my mind. And I ended up sort of emulating what I thought a lot of those wealthy people looked like. You know, they all had plastic surgery. And I realized that I had a liking for some more exaggerated features and this ideal male physique, you know, a little bit more like a doll, like a hero, you know, this like tiny waist and this large upper body.
My name is Lisa. I'm 43 years old. I live in Detroit, Michigan, and I'm addicted to eating cat hair. Just chewing it is relaxing. It's a comforting feeling. Her fur is such an interesting texture. It's so soft and puffy and like cotton candy, almost. Sometimes they do get stuck in your teeth, but you can just get them out with flossing and brushing. Sorry, it's in my lipstick.
When my sister told me she was eating cat hair, I was shocked. It is strange. I don't think she should be eating it.
15 years ago, Lisa began eating cat hair as a way to feel closer to her pets. But it wasn't until she got a new kitten that her unusual bonding ritual turned into a full-blown addiction. Now, 2 years later, Lisa's so hooked on consuming cat hair that she can't go 2 hours without a fix. Hair isn't the only way Lisa feeds her addiction.
I groom my cat with my tongue like a mama cat would do to her kitten. Are you my good girl? She'll just like spread out on my arms. I'll just clean like her shoulders and her ears and the back of her head and stuff and her face. I don't get as involved as another cat would. I'm not licking her butt or in between the paws that go in the litter box, but it's a bonding thing and we both seem to enjoy it.